looking at Comet 46P. Let me put some text up. Oh, I didn't like that. All right, how you doing, Graham? Hopefully you can hear me. Oh, I wish I could type. Okay, erase. How about Comet 46P slash WRTANEN. Hey, Jeff. Right now, this is a let's go to exposure time. Let me go 3 seconds. 3000, enter. So I just reduced it to a 3-second exposure time. Gain 40 out of 160. Comet right now is 26 degrees up in the southeast. And I may have a little bit too much focal reduction. Hi, Matt. This is with the DS10cTEC and my 4-inch refractor and the universe focal reducer. So I'm probably in the neighborhood of F4. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Let me change the exposure on this one. See if I can see anything with this one. That's the star vision. I have that camera running also because I wanted to see if I could look for the supernova in a little bit. And the two scopes are not quite aligned. But I can go from one and then I can jump over to the star vision into 10-inch. Yes, Comet 46P Wirtanen. Wirtanen. Let me go back to the other so you can see it better in here. And I think that star right below the comet is New Eridani. Oh, Eta Eridani, magnitude 3.9. Yes. Yeah, I had this in the scope about an hour ago. I got it just as it cleared the trees. The sky was still bright blue. And I went inside, had some supper. Have fun at the game, Jeff. So again, this is with the DS10cTEC. And I can switch over to the Star Vision. Maybe I'll see if I can do a white balance. There's a white balance. Okay. Hi, Simon. Let's see if I can go with a little bit longer exposure. Going to 4 seconds. I am average stacking. Let me see where the histogram is. .35 to 130. That's like me the other night. The tail is supposed to be pointed below Eta. According to Sky Tools, the tail is kind of pointed in this direction. Eden, Bob, sorry I missed your broadcast last night. I've been having so much fun with computers. And I use that term very loosely. I will. Yeah, no, Dewey posted that he was going to be broadcasting, and when I logged in, I noticed he was on as well. So again, this is 4 seconds with 1/4 gain. Gain 40. and no dark. Let me see what the star vision image looks like. See, that's max gain with the star vision. And a 10-second exposure. But you can definitely see the like a fan-shaped tail. What are you looking at it with, Dewey? I'm seeing some stacking artifacts in the head now. Oops, satellite. Moving out the field. Evening, David. There are a few other comets up. Where are they? Okay. 20 seconds is too much. Let me go to 15. Yeah, the close-up view is through the 10-inch with the star vision. And I'm grabbing a video right now. I know there's a few other comets. That one's set. That one's rising. That's too faint. Swift-Garrels. That's in Triangulum. Okay, there's another comet in Triangulum. Evening, Brian. Yes, 64P Swift-Garrels is in Triangulum right now, and it's supposedly 63 degrees up at azimuth 73. Thanks, Brian. I got two cameras running. I got the 10cTEC in the 4-inch, and I have the star vision in the 10-inch, running at 6. Not quite the same. So where is M77? Let's see if we can find a supernova. It's down in Cetus. It's a little bit higher up, so let's see.
Telescope slew into target.
Let me stop the stacking. Okay.
Telescope slew complete.
I'm going to need, I have to change this. Erase. Let me see what it looks like in the other camera. On. Go to 10-second exposure, maybe reduce the gain a little, reduce the gain to 75. It's going to be too small with the 4-inch with the big chip camera. I might have to change the camera that's in the where's the histogram here? Yep, this is M77. And I got to change the exposure. I mean, you can look at it with the that's 4 seconds, but it's so small with the 4-inch refractor with that universe focal reducer. I'm not going to be able to pick out the supernova because the core is overblown. Yeah, this is, let me put and what's the exposure time right now? I'm at 4 seconds. It's just, yeah, it's too low a power. And then the other camera Is that the supernova? Is that it right there, guys and gals? Oh yeah, the 287 performs well. Let me see. What's all right. I just put the electric heat above my feet. While we're down in this neck of the woods,
Telescope slew into target. Telescope slew complete.
let's see. I'm either going to get the tree nebula or I'm going to get a galaxy. What's the exposure time I have on this? Better go up a little bit more. Okay. Labeled. NGC 253. Yes, this is the star vision, Brian. Where's my exposure? I got the gain about half. They bumped the gain up to 75%. Where's the histogram? StarVision's in the 10-inch VRC10 with the 0.75 focal reducer, so it's running at f6. Is there average stacking with the StarVision? It's been so long since I used this. Oh yeah, mean stack. I'm going to try to do an average stack of 5 and see what happens. And while it's doing that, I'm going to go over to the other camera, which is the 10cTEC. And I'm doing an average stack of 5 with it. Maybe I want to, where's the white balance? Let me do a white balance. Okay, there's a white balance there. Let's go see what the average stacking did with the StarVision. What happened? Okay. I think it's fairly clear tonight. Atmosphere is pretty turbulent. I was looking at stars, and stars were twinkling pretty well tonight. Magnitude's around, I guess, 5.3 magnitude. Transparency, oh, I don't know. Let me look at my all sky and see what it looks like. I'm not good with the transparency. I could get a sky quality. I could do a, make it an SQM reading. And I think the battery died in my SQM. Oh well. So I can't take an SQM reading. Yeah, you're getting some modeling in the core. And with the wide field, my average stacking here, Instagram, Oh, I'm not average. I'm not stacking with the. Now I'm stacking with the 10cTEC. This is the very first DSO I ever sketched. I think I've told the story before. Sky Telescope used to have in there little charts. It showed a little long, skinny triangle of stars. With the galaxy basically bisecting the triangle. So I went out with my little 4 1/4 inch over here back in the late 70s when the skies were still very dark. And I observed it and sketched it. Let's go back to the other one.
Telescope synced. Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
I just slewed a few degrees south of the galaxy to the globular cluster that's right below it. Let me clear this up. NGC288. That globular is how far away from Sculptor Galaxy? Get a angular measurement. A little bit less than 2 degrees southeast of the Sculptor Galaxy. And there's the information on it. Magnitude 8.1 and a little bit less than 1/4 degree across. Or roughly half the size of half of the full moon. Yes, yeah. Each of the Skyraider camera uses the Skyraider software, and you can run it at the same time as you can run the Malincam Sky for any of the Skyraiders. That's what I did for the Eclipse. I ran the 16C with the Malincam Sky, and I ran the Star Vision with this 4-inch scope with a white light filter. I think I'm zoomed in. Let me see. Am I stacking? No. And right now, this target is 32 degrees up in the almost east, southeast. For those that didn't see it, I'm going to go back to the comet Vertinen.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
Okay. There's the comet. I think I have to adjust the histogram. Let me do some average stacking now of 5. I just started that. Am I still at 4-second exposure? Yeah, still 4-second exposure. Now where's the saturation color? Maybe I just ought to just do a white balance. Yeah, this is at azimuth 132, altitude 32. Let's see what it looks like in the star vision. Okay. Okay, what's that reflecting off of? Don't tell me we got clouds coming in. The easiest way to look at the clouds would be to look at the all sky camera. Maybe, let's see. Oh, I'm reflecting off the. Okay. It was the side of the shutter I was reflecting off of. Okay, that cleared up. Okay. 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 So let's go back to the wide field view. Okay. I can try increasing the exposure. I'll go to 5 seconds. Okay. And it'll slowly average in 5-second exposures to the stack. Like I said, Sky Tools showed the tail pointing down in this direction, just to the side of Eta. Okay. I'm going to go see. There's another comet. Where is it? That was comet. Let's go to currents. Comets. Let me go by altitude. Go to triangulum. 64P Swift-Gerrels. Oh, it's not too far from the Pinwheel Galaxy. Okay. And we're
Telescope slew into target.
off.
Telescope slew complete.
Okay. So let's stop the stacking. God, I think that little fuzz is it. Oh, I want to go to a different. Let me erase. Let me go with a smaller line. I think that little fuzz there is the comet. Why do we have red? Okay, so let's go to white balance. There it is. Okay. And this is comet 64P 64P slash GHGEHRELS Gerrels. Did I pick it up in the other scope? Maybe not. Where's the histogram? This is much fainter than the other one. Oh, I think that's up here. I think that's the comet. Erase. I think that's it there. It's much fainter. I might have to go with a longer exposure. Or higher gain. Let's go to max gain. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's got to be the comet right up there, folks. Too bad both scopes are not aimed at the same target, but yeah, that is the comet right there. That little fuzz. Supposedly, what's the magnitude on this comet? Magnitude 9.19. So the coma diameter is 190,000 kilometers. Well, while we're in this ballpark, oh, let me average stack a few of these. See if it smooths out. Let me see how close I am to the it's a good question. It's not the dome. I don't know what's causing that. I thought I was getting some reflected light off of the shutter opening, but shutter's clear. Wow. Well, while we're in the neighborhood,
Telescope slew into target. Telescope slew complete.
so let's yep, M33. Trying to get it close to center. Okay. Let me change the name to protect the innocent. Let me go with a longer exposure. Let's see. That means go into trigger mode. Let's loop in 10 seconds and see what happens. And that may be too much. Let me raise the black. Not enough with the star vision. The star vision's not sensitive. "20 seconds max gain." Let's see what happens. And do an average of 5. Well, its building will go back to this. Okay. Now, why is the top? It's like something's reflecting off of it, off the top, causing the red. Let me go up here with the white and see what happens when I put it there. It could be that I have too much focal reduction, because I am getting some vignetting. When you back out, you can see that I do have some issues. Probably ought to take the universe focal reducer off. Yeah, Matt, I could probably. What's the F ratio on yours? This is a 6.95 native. Okay, so I probably could have lived without having the focal reducer in. Of course, the 287 is a lot more sensitive. Where's the gamma? The color adjustments. I'm going to push the gamma up to 1.2. Of course, that's going to shift, and I can reduce the brightness a hair to like -10. So it's really going to shift the, let's see, okay. With this scope, I had to use a 3.5-inch extension tube in the back. So there may be some sag with that big extension tube at the back of the focuser. And there's only a single locking screw. I don't think I ever got, let's see whatever happened with the star vision. Not quite the same image. lost. I'm lost. I'm lost. Where's Cetus, Pisces, Andromeda? Oh, there's Andromeda. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be somewhere up in here. Okay. Let's go to a different part of the sky and see if
Telescope slewing to target.
okay. Gotta rotate the dome.
Telescope slew complete.
I'm almost at meridian flip time. Let me stop the loop. And then I'm going to center. Yes, I am on HCG. And digital binning too. Off. Stop. Let me loop 8 seconds and see what happens. And now let me average stack. Yeah, the sky glow imaging filter is not bad at all. Go to 25. Getting some nice structure. I don't know if any of this is showing up with the star vision. Whoa, is that blown out? Don't need 20 seconds. How about maybe try 10? It's just such a small field of view. Yeah, I was picking up that star cluster at the end. There was that other comet. There was one other comet. Oh, it's too faint. That one's gone. That hasn't risen yet. Should have listened to Rock and say, don't use filters, right? We did that one. Panstar's not up. That one's not up. And that's too fate. So that kills the comets right now. Orion's not up yet. It's only 9 degrees up. That's behind the neighbor's trees. Okay. That's not bad for 8 seconds. There's some gorgeous galaxies down in Eridanus and Fornax. 1365, 1300, they're really nice spiral galaxies. When I go down to Florida, Chiefland Astronomy Village, I always like looking for the fuzzies down in Eridanus and Fornax. 1365 almost has like a double bar, the main bar, and then there's a parallel bar to the main bar. I can't get that from here because of the neighbor's tree. Can't understand why he wouldn't let me take it down. Go a little bit longer exposure. Let's see what happens. This is 8 seconds. Go to 10. There's more detail showing up in the core. I think I have black point. Oh, black point to 0. Let me erase my little lines. That's going to make it too bright, I think, Simon. Let's see. Of course, I'm averaging 5, so it's going to take a cycle of 50 seconds to get all 5 of the brighter images into the stack. I don't know how you guys up north can stand cold weather. I guess it's all in what you're used to. Right now it's a whopping 50 degrees Fahrenheit and my feet are freezing. Yeah, well, the worst mosquitoes I ever had was at Rocks a couple of years ago. I wonder if I should push the, I'm going to push the sharpness up. I'm at 50% sharpness now. I'm going to go to 100% and see what that does. You're getting detail in M110 at the bottom right. Yeah, the dark lane right by the core is showing some nice structure. Hey, Rusty. Hi, Rich. Who else joined in that I haven't seen? Oh, hi, Nino. I didn't see you join in. It's the first time it's been clear here in forever. So this is 10 seconds. The gain is at a quarter, 40 out of 160. For what this mount costs, Rich, it better be. And I'm pretty close to being accurately polar aligned. I think I tried the sharp cap polar alignment routine, and it indicates I'm about 5 minutes off of being perfectly on the pole. I'm going to push the gamma up a little bit to 1.3. Okay. Let's see what that does. Again, I'm averaging 5, so it's going to take it's really nice that it gets dark early. I had the comet in my scope at about 5:30 as it was just rising over the neighbor's trees. Rusty, I hope your coal's getting better. Let me go back to that. Yeah, the really it's a lot of night. That's the best I've seen. I think the dark lanes around the core. That's 200 times zoom. Yep. And it's that little star cloud up at the top that Doug likes. Was it NGC 703, I think it is? I'm going to push the gamma up a little bit more. 1/3, let me go to 1.4. See what happens. Zooming in almost at pixel level, looking at the stuff spiraling into the core. And even 110 is showing some structure. Right now I'm at 200. That's 400. That's max zoom. That's 200. And that's 150. I like 150. Let me reduce the brightness a little bit. Let me go to -20 on the brightness. I can go to fit the screen. Then you see the vignetting. Let me see. Oh, where am I? Counterweights. Almost to the point of having to do a meridian flip. It's almost parallel to the ground, the deck axis. The problem is when I do a fit to window, then you end up, or I go to fit to height, which is 63% for this view. You still see the vignetting. Well, let's see, what else do we have around here? Controls the stuff down the lower like a. I can go to where's Pleiades. Pleiades right now is 50 degrees up. Sure, what the heck.
Telescope slewing to target.
Okay. Okay, rotate the dome.
Telescope slew complete.
Okay, let's see. Let's hit default on the histogram and let's see, where's the white balance? Do a white balance. See, when I did a white balance, I did the red. There's got to be some light pollution, some haze in the air. So let me go to click. Let's go to stop. Loop at 1 second, and let's go down. Okay. That's off. Stop. Let's go back to 10 seconds. Loop. Average stack. Let's see where the histogram falls after the first 10 seconds. Oh, let me reset the brightness and, okay, okay. Now, oh, where is the red coming from? That'll be a question for Rock tomorrow, because that shouldn't be. Unless there's some atmospheric stuff up there. Let me go look at the all sky camera. Where is that red coming from? If I was aimed to the south, I'd say, I mean to the north, I'd say it's my brother's Christmas lights. Where's my color? Boy, well, that wasn't good. See, this is what, 52 degrees up. Crab is too low. Yeah, 20 days. I don't know where the red's coming from. That's throwing me off. I assume I'm still broadcasting. But try the double cluster in Persis.
Telescope slewing to target. Telescope slew complete.
Okay. Stop the average. There it is. All right. So it depends on where in the sky you're aimed. I just shifted a little bit to the right. Hit the height. Let's see what happens with the next image. That's a nice view. Double cluster in Persis. And this is 10 seconds. Digital binning 2. And the gain is 40 out of 160, so 25% gain. I do have the sharpness pushed up to 100% out of 500. Oh, now I can do average stacking. Let me do an average stack of 5. I thought I had black level to 0, yes. Okay. Oh, 200% sharpness. Oh, that's what you meant. Well, what the heck? There's 200% sharpness. Let's see what happens. Oversaturates. You're talking about that star there, Matt? Or is it the one above it? You just, when you go a little bit longer exposure, then the color tends to wash out and become shades of whites. That was the big issue with the Extreme and the Exterminators. The sensors were so sensitive that when you did an exposure, all the stars ended up showing shades of white and gray. It wasn't until we started getting the like the 2.3 plus that you could actually see the color difference in star clusters. Beautiful cluster. And I haven't applied any darks tonight. I'm just enjoying viewing. Excuse me. Fucking it really doesn't show a lot of noise. And you do an average stack of a few and it all cleans up. Let me see if I can find...
Telescopes flew into target.
Excuse me, I just went over to the Sol Nebula.
Telescope slew complete.
I've never tried this with the 4-inch. Excuse me. It seems like it stopped counting down. Okay, let's try starting the countdown again. Okay. This is not the oh, do I have to shut it down and start it all over again? Let's see. Close. Okay. Shut down the camera. Start the camera.